Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I got some big Chicago Bulls news. The Bulls are expected to make a lot of off-season change. I'm going to be going into that later in today's video and breaking that down. Also, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how the Bulls have a 4.5% chance to win the NBA draft, and talking about the Bulls adding a third star and the Lakers being interested in Daniel Theis. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and leave a quick like on today's video. It takes a second and it helps me out a lot. But either way, let's just jump right into it, because I'm not going to lie, I plan to make this video a few weeks back. Because about a month ago, a Chicago Bulls insider named Darnell Mayberry put out this article on The Athletic, and he was talking about the Bulls offseason outlook, pretty much who's staying with the Chicago Bulls and who's leaving in this upcoming offseason. And later in today's video, I'm going to be going player by player, breaking down who I want to stay with the Bulls and who the Bulls can walk or possibly trade. But pretty much in that article, he was saying how up to 10 players from this current roster could be either just walk in free agency, traded, or just cut. Arcidiacono is expected to make a lot of change in this upcoming offseason, and you could see that it's obvious around the trade deadline. He traded 4 to 5 Chicago Bulls players and already made a bunch of changes. And it's kind of obvious that everyone is expecting the Bulls they're kind of heading towards a massive makeover. I mean, like I just said, look what he did at the trade deadline. So I expect a lot of the Bulls to either get traded, cut, or just not brought back. And that article came out about a month ago. And since then, another Bulls insider, Casey Johnson, put out another article predicting which players will stay and go. So it's obvious change is coming. Like I just said, Arcidiacono made some big moves at the trade deadline. And just the other day, Arcidiacono hinted at that change is still coming. He said we'll have a ton of roster spots open. He said that in his season-ending press conference. So it's obvious that the Bulls next season is going to look their whole roster is going to look very different. So let's just jump right into it. And before I give my opinions on it, let me know who you guys want the Bulls to either trade, cut, keep, or just let walk in free agency on this current roster. And let's just start off with all the Chicago Bulls free agents, I'd say. The other day, Farouq Aminu picked up his player option. I don't really see the Bulls being able to trade him. Maybe they can trade a second rounder with him just to get rid of that contract. That's the plan, but I don't really see the Bulls trading him unless we include maybe Coby White or, a young talent or a future draft pick. So I hate to say it, but I expect him back. Felicio, I mean, what more do I have to say about Felicio? He's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if he never plays in the NBA again. And then on the Lauri Markkanen, I'd say this is the biggest and hottest topic to talk about. I hope the Bulls can sign and trade him, but at the same time, I could see the Bulls just letting him walk for nothing in free agency. Of course, I hope not. I hope we can at least get something in return, but it's never easy to sign and trade a player. And then on to Daniel Theis. I expect Daniel Theis to get a lot of interest from other teams. I mean, just yesterday in my past video, I talked about how the Hornets and Lakers are expected to pursue him. I hope the Bulls can bring him back. They have his bird right, so that will definitely help if the Bulls plan to go over the cap to bring him back. I think he's a perfect fit with this roster. He brings instant toughness, just helps out the Bulls on all the, I'd say stats that aren't counted. He just does the right play, winning plays, a good, tough veteran that I hope the Bulls could re-sign for the right price. But if I'm going to be honest, I see him leaving in this offseason. Garrett Temple is also a free agent. I would hope the Bulls can bring him back for another cheap deal. He got a 1 year, pretty much $4 or $5 million contract from the Bulls. I believe he's another perfect veteran for this young Bulls team. He's a really solid 3-and-D type player off the Bulls bench, so I hope the Bulls can bring him back. And then on the Denzel Valentine, I still can't believe Denzel chucked up that pretty much half-court shot, a month or two ago. He's definitely on his way out. I see no way the Bulls re-sign him. And then Javonte Green, I do hope the Bulls can re-sign him. In the limited minutes that he has played for us, he was just instant offense and great defense and hustle off the bench. I hope the Bulls can bring him back on a cheap contract as well, and he's only 27 as well. Ryan Archie has a team option. I expect the Bulls to decline that. And say the Bulls do pick up that team option, he's expected to make $3 million. I like Ryan Archie. He's just a nice kid, but he shouldn't really be playing, and there's really no point in him staying with the Bulls. I hate to break it to you guys, but I hope the Bulls turn down that team option and get an extra $3 million in salary cap. And now onto the Bulls, I'd say main core. Of course, Vuce is in. You know, you don't trade for a 30-year-old all-star at the trade deadline to trade him away. Same with Zach LaVine. You don't trade for another all-star to trade away one of your all-stars. Zach and Vuce are obviously in the Bulls' future plans. Tomas has said that. Same with Patrick Williams. He's 100% in. He's like the only player other than Garrett Temple linked to the Bulls' new front office. You know, the Bulls' new front office drafted him and signed Temple. So I expect, of course, Patrick Williams to be a big part in the Chicago Bulls' future plans and hopefully bring back Garrett Temple. And then on to Coby White, you know, I think fans are a bit too hard on Coby White. You know, he was still learning the point guard position. And even though I'd say he's not a true point guard, how many true point guards are there really in the NBA? You know, Damian Lillard's a score-first point guard. Most point guards are score-first point guards nowadays. I'm still really high on Coby White. I think NBA fans and Bulls fans in general tend to forget he's only 21 and he's only making about $6 million a season. He's definitely in the Chicago Bulls' future plans. Tomas said that. I expect a big offseason from Coby White. You know, he's always in the gym working out. Hopefully him, Zach, and Patrick can work out this offseason. There was some rumors about Zach sending out invites to the whole team and those two mainly to work out with him in this upcoming summer. I expect Coby White in the Bulls' future plans as well. And this is where things get tricky with Thaddeus Young and Tomas Satoransky. Both their contracts are like half guaranteed, so say the Bulls trade them or cut them, they could definitely add a lot more cap space in this upcoming offseason. I would hope the Bulls could possibly trade Tomas Satoransky just because he's really not worth $10 million a season, especially if he's I'd say a backup point guard, because I do expect the Bulls to make a point guard upgrade in this upcoming offseason. So I could see the Bulls shopping Tomas Satoransky. I mean, they tried trading him and two first rounders at the trade deadline for Lonzo Ball. Of course, the Pelicans declined that, but I would not be surprised if the Bulls did cut or trade Tomas Satoransky. And same with Thaddeus Young. You know, if the Bulls are truly expected to target Lonzo Ball, the Bulls might have to sacrifice Thaddeus Young and Tomas Satoransky to even be kind of in the ballpark of what Lonzo Ball is expected to get in this upcoming offseason. Lonzo's expected to make anywhere from $20 to $25 million in this upcoming offseason. If the Bulls even want to be around $24 million in cap space, they have to get rid of Thaddeus and Tomas Satoransky. You know, Thaddeus Young is a very interesting situation. I'd say he was one of the Bulls' best players in this past season. He really was just very consistent. Just the Bulls kind of ran their offense through him. He was I'd say almost a triple-double every night. Of course, he never got that triple-double, but he was always putting up like 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists off the bench. He's one of Zach's good friends. He's not making that much money for, I'd say, what he does on the court. He's obviously a good veteran for the Bulls as well. I see Thaddeus Young returning, but at the same time, I could see the Bulls possibly cutting or trading him and Satoransky, maybe to sign Lonzo Ball or another big free agent. And the final player that I'm going to be talking about in today's video is Troy Brown Jr. He's under contract. He's only 21. I don't see a reason the Bulls move on from him. You know, he did get hurt to end the season, but when he was playing in those few, I'd say, limited minutes, he was a very good bright spot for the Bulls, very good defender. I'm happy. I feel like he'll be a key piece off the Bulls bench. Just solid offense and a very good defender, very athletic, only 21. I like the Bulls' future with him as well. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video. Who you guys want the Bulls to let walk, sign and trade, or cut possibly, or who you guys even want the Bulls to pursue in free agency. Like I said, if the Bulls are serious about wanting Lonzo Ball, they're going to have to cut or trade Thaddeus Young and Tomas Satoransky. I might make a future video on that as well. But no matter what, I hope you guys enjoyed today's quick little offseason outlook and who I expect to stay in with the Chicago Bulls and who to just kind of leave or cut or however you want to look at it. But obviously, two Bulls insiders are expecting a lot of change. Tomas even hinted at it. So I expect a lot of change in this upcoming offseason. Definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so I can keep you guys updated on any news, rumors, or any moves the Chicago Bulls do end up making. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Like I said, leave any comments or questions below today's video. Also, click the first link below today's video and join my Discord. We're always talking about any Chicago Bulls news, rumors. You guys can just ask me mailbag questions over there. Any hot takes or anything like that. We're always talking about that over in my Discord. It's the first link below today's video. I'll probably have another video out Saturday morning as well, so be ready for that video. Also, check out all my past videos. I've been trying to post every other day for you guys, covering any news or rumors that come out. I'd say deeper into the off season, I'll try to post daily when, of course, the rumors and such pick up. But no matter what, thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.